What's up, guys? This is D1B Universe, and I'm going to get started on another episode of Star Wars Forces of Evil. Now, before I get started, and if you don't want to hear this, then head off the link in the description below, as I say in every video, to watch the reaction, and if you are interested in what I have to say, come back. It shouldn't be too long, though. I've been getting kind of feedback on the whole one episode a day kind of deal, and telling me, hey, Season 2 is out, and it has a lot more episodes than Season 1, and since it's been continuing on, I think it'll be smart for me to hurry along with these reactions and post more than one episode a day. Here's the thing. First of all, don't rush me. If you rush me, things are going to be really, really bad because if you rush a person to watch an entire show, any show with multiple episodes, if you rush anyone, you're going to get that person to have like a sort of like hateful deal. If it's not on its own time, it's going to be bad for the viewer. It's AKA what happened to Josh when he had to watch all 3 seasons of My Little Pony a long time ago. And since he watched all 3 seasons in the span of, I think, a week, he hates the show because of that whole entire week-long thing. Now, I'm not saying the same thing can happen to me. People have varying differences on what would make them hate a show. I could watch all of this in one day, and I would probably still like it. I watched all of seasons 1 through 20 of South Park in the span of a month and a half or so, and that didn't make me hate the series, if anything. But let me just say, the reason why I'm doing the one episode a day thing is because I hate not having I hate my channel being dormant for more than 3 days. And usually that happens. And usually it happens a lot longer. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 2 weeks. I hate that. So to help balance this out, I get one primary base episode of something that I'm doing on my channel, where it be a show or anything of the sort, and post one episode up a day, so you can have that content for my channel. And that will happen every day until I run out of stuff to use. Now, it doesn't mean that's the only content for that day. If I happen to get anything small or anything of the sort of that same day, I will post it up, equaling up to 2, 3, or even 5 videos a day on that day. So that's my scheduling. I need to reiterate this for the people who don't know, because new people come in every day, and some people don't listen to the first times I say these things, not because they are not trying to listen to me, but because they are more interested in what I have to think about the reaction and such and such. So with that being said, yet again, I will then reiterate this at the end of Season 1 of Star Wars Forces of Evil, to let you guys know that I am on Season 2, and probably like 5 episodes deep into Season 2. Who knows, by the time you're seeing this, I'm probably already done with Star Wars Forces of Evil, since this is Episode 8 of Season 1. So, that's just me wanting to point that out. So, yeah, I'm going to get started with the reaction. I head off the link in the description again, and come back to hear an end review if I have an end review. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1 now. Alright, just gonna say it out loud right now. If the whole "a great evil has been unleashed" is not very big, huge, if not a monumental, you can drop a nuclear warhead and it will be less obvious to what I just saw, to what I just saw right here. Toffee is gonna have something important to do, and he's either going to take over as a real villain of the story, or by dethroning this dude and just being the true mastermind, because he does have the demeanor, he does have the look, and he even has the personality. Unless demeanor and personality are kind of the same thing. Either way, the basis of what I'm trying to say is Toffee is gonna be something more than just a random villain that you see working alongside this guy. He's got plans. That, you see that face? That's the face of a man who has plans. And you hear that name? That's the name of a man who needs to change his name. So, yeah, well, that being said, great episodes nonetheless. So, episode 8 consisted of finally seeing the demon dude that's been part of the intro and having us a few seconds of screen time with the mirror. And I gotta say, I like how he does show he was trying to change for Star, which shows the great qualities of a guy who truly knew he messed up, even though I don't know the entire 100% basis of what happened. I know it has something to do with his anger problem. That's obvious to see when it comes to Star and how she hates how he gets angry all the time. But I really want to see that backstory. That would be a good one to see. Star's past relationships is something that's interesting in it on itself. And this guy, cool nonetheless. And I like how Stark actually wanted to give him a chance instead of just blowing him off 100% completely, and at least seeing how he's trying to change and seeing everything. Now, question is, was his intentions 100% 200% pure? Because in some cases you could say he's trying to do this so he could get Star forever now, having their souls being intertwined with one another. That weird spider thing, kind of being like, oh, maybe he's trying to do a mind control thingamabobber, or the unicorn blood. It could be something intricate to what they were trying to do. But there's nothing in the episode that actually showed that he had any malicious intent besides just trying to get back with Star, even though staying not angry is a lot harder than just, not. He even chains this entire ball to be relatively safe for her, so Star wouldn't feel like out of which this entire demon dimension is. Demon realm, whatever. And Marco, you could say Marco both ruined, saved, and just made things a little bit more interesting in the entire scenario. If it was for Marco, I wanted to see what would have happened if he got his way of sorts. And the entire scene where them dancing and then having Star being completely mesmerized by Marco. It's incredible. Yeah, I did hear before, I think I said this in one of my earlier reactions, was that someone told me there was going to be, like, how I think it was definitely an episode where I mentioned that someone told me both Star and Marco have their own personal character that they like, kind of like how Kim liked two other guys in Kim Possible. I forget their names, but one was a jock and one was a cool spiky haired dude, and whatnot. And Ron came after, like, the movie Soda Drama, I think it was. I think that was the main episode. They solidified it, the fact that they're going to be a couple for the rest of the series onward. This show seems to be going either in that same direction or having their own spin on the take, because there have been a lot of moments where you can clearly say that they have an infatuation toward each other if it wasn't for the fact that they have their own personal crush, kind of like with the Marinette and Adrian story. And Marinette said in the webisode that she would have given Cat Noir a chance in a relationship deal if it wasn't for the fact that she already had, like, an infatuation with one other person that she already has. And being a true love relationship, you have to have, like, a full, let's just say 99.9% a love relationship toward that person, if that person doesn't share that feelings 100% back with you. That showing of love has to be there without trying to think, well, if he wasn't here, I guess I would go straight for this guy, and I would go for this guy if that guy wasn't around. So thinking that way kind of, like, puts it in a strain on you. It's like, I'm not going to bring it up. I was about to compare it to something in my life, but I think it's better if I just leave it at that. So, leave it at that. Just go at that. Like this story, like that little relationship deal and relationship build. The awkward moment between those two really connecting is great. And I don't know, it's been expanded upon in season 2. I guess I'll figure it out once I get to season 2. But I would love to see Star and Marco just be, like, just straight up boyfriend girlfriend type deal, because I like that. That's just how I like. So yeah, and as for the story where you introduction of Toffee, this was definitely an episode that if you have, like, I'm pretty sure every single episode of Star vs. Evil is on the terms of being canon, and there is no filler-based episode, because why would they make filler of the sort? So every episode has some importance when it comes to either being in detailed or of scribing. Let's just say I'm pretty sure Toffee has something to do. He's gonna have something to do with many events later on, because 1, it's foreshadowed to hell, and 2, he just seems like the type of guy to not just have a one-shot in on an episode and just leave. Yeah. And so if that happens, it'd be wise for a person to watch this episode so they know when Toffee does something, he just immediately knows that Toffee was meant to do this sort of thing. Now, yeah, all right. So in the end, episode 8 held 2 great episodes involving Marco and Star's relationship building, not to mention that their souls are apparently forever intertwined with one another like this. And yeah, so this is Do You Want to Be a Universe? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.